All right, Oscar update here on the 18th. So it's clear that we are in a C wave here. So this is 5 waves up, and then we got this is basically a ABC move right here. For an A wave, we get the B wave up here, and then we're going straight down now. So in the last video, I was looking for this to hold 1380. We broke that. So that invalidated this move right here. It didn't invalidate the move. It invalidated my spot that I was looking to buy. Why did I want to buy it there? Because this looked like 5 waves, and we had broken below this RSI and held this. As long as we held 1380, we should have gotten a bounce out of here. This is a weekly demand zone as well. And we had a bunch of moving averages. So like none of this really makes that much sense. It basically just took out every technical. Like I was looking at every technical, pretty good spot to buy, and it just goes right through it. So kind of tells you that this stock is heavily controlled, because normally when you have those kind of spots, you're going to have a lot of buyers, and they're all going to take over and make this bounce. But no, it just got basically walked down. So somebody has major control over this stock right now, and they are selling the heck out of it. So anyway, going back to the chart. So now we need to figure out if this is a B wave here. We know that we're going to make a C wave down. So this spot right here is definitely interesting, because now we have RSI coming down here, breaking below this right here. We're focused on this point right here now. And this RSI is about to break below it. So I want to see if this can hold 1115 now. That's the next spot I'm looking at right there. I want to see if it can hold that. I would love to see RSI come down here below that, hold right here, and bounce. That would give us a bullish divergence to start the next move up. But it is possible. There's a lot of different possibilities on this move down. And what I talked about in the last video was the timing of this as well. So the timing of this is May 21st, 24 to June 20th. That's 13 months. We're literally like a month into the C wave. So it doesn't make sense to me that this would be finishing this quickly. That's the only problem with what I just talked about right here. I would think that this would take at least 6 months. So if that's the case, it doesn't make that much sense that we just come down here and we're done. That doesn't make very much sense to me. What makes more sense is that we have a very extended first wave. And I think that it is possible that this ends up coming all the way down here and it's only a first wave. So if we do this, we retrace back up here, we're still going to retrace probably to about 1630 all the way up here to potentially this gap fill at 20. Even if we come all the way down here to 1165. When I look at this on smaller time frames, it looks to me like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is the part that gets kind of tricky. I think that this is an extension. So you have a subwave 1, subwave 2, and then right here you can see this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C potentially. So third wave down in here, fourth wave here, and then you get another extension, it looks like. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So that kind of fits what I just said about coming down here in this area now. It's already filled this gap, but I don't think that it's going to be enough to hold it based on what I see from RSI and where we're at in the chart, I think this might come all the way down here into this area. And I would like to see it hold, like I just said, I would like to see it hold this 1118 area while making a lower low on RSI. And then I think we can bounce. Are there any other good demand zones down here? Well, I guess this one's already been hit, so it doesn't really help out that much. So I don't really see any good demand zones down here, but I would think in this area would be a good spot to bounce. You're at the bottom of the standard deviation there. On the daily, you're going to be at the bottom of the standard deviation as well. So it looks to me like this probably has a small bounce and then another move lower, and then it can really bounce back up here. But you never know with these kind of moves. This could just keep on trickling down here. The next big demand zone is down here at 967. So if we did come all the way down here at 11 and it was only a first wave, that would mean we're going much lower. We're going all the way down here to a minimum of 750, bounce, and then go lower than that. Not to scare anyone, but there is a gap all the way down here at $4. Probably not going to happen. I think that if we keep on trickling down here, we could bottom here around 965. But again, if we make a second wave from down in this area, then we're probably going to come down here to $6-7. So you got to think too. Let's do it on the regular chart. When you got to think too. This went from $2 all the way up to $23 in about 16 months. It has already retraced on the regular chart past the 0.5 fib, but then we did not get any impulse here. This could have been the end of it right here, but it did not make an impulse. It made an ABC move, and now we're coming down. So we know we're 100% in a C wave, and you can see this 0.78 fib is right around 676. So yeah, I would be surprised if it went straight down all the way down to 910. I think it makes more sense that we still get a bounce, even though we didn't stop here at 1380. We are getting ready to make bullish divergence again, as long as it can hold 1115. And so yeah, for that reason, overall, looking for this more than likely. It might be a short bounce too. It could just go to 16. Something like that. But that makes the most sense for a second wave. And after that, we can finally start looking up to where everybody wants it to go now, which would be the next target would be all the way up here at $37. So long term, this looks great. I wouldn't be worried about it like going to zero or going staying down here very long, but this is a major demand zone, and I do expect it to hit that area. I do expect it to hit 489 to 967 at some point before the next leg higher. So more than likely, first wave, second wave, third, fourth, fifth, etc. I would be watching this daily RSI. Whenever it breaks below here, probably a good spot to go long because you'll be oversold. You'll have bullish divergence. And, I mean, it's down 50% in the top. So that's my analysis. Look for another $1 or $2 lower, and then probably time to go long for a bounce. But then that's not going to be it. You're going to see more downside. That's it for this update. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates, and I'll catch you in the next video.